Welcome to episode 2.
Episode 2. We're watching excuse me. We're watching the Bengals and the
Patriots game.
play live right now. Patriots are currently up 7-0 with about 9 minutes left in the first quarter. So we watch this game as we do our video blog this week.
This is shaping up to be an interesting game. The Patriots have a prove-it game really early in the year.
Prove it or lose it.
Uh,
One of those things.
the great Tom Brady is getting some scrutiny after the offense has been sputtering for the first couple of weeks. So,
Dude,
you know,
that's your
we
man.
need to show up, basically.
It's Jackson. That's really should kept him. So that's the topic for this week, right?
Yeah,
it's teams that have struggled.
Yeah, teams that have struggled.
Seem to not be doing so well. I guess we can start off on a good note of teams that struggle that are actually doing pretty well this season. The Bills.
Yeah.
They beat the Lions today, right?
Yeah, the Bills beat the Lions with Kyle Orton playing quarterback.
Yeah, they benched E.J. Manuel last week.
Manuel.
Apparently he was getting it done. Sammy Watkins had some stuff in the news about how Kyle Orton prepares better than E.J. Manuel, blah, 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 whatever. Boom, but they won this game. Came back 17-14. Good win for them.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's a huge win for Buffalo. I mean, they had a good start to the year. They just sputtered a little bit, and good call to change the quarterback early and not let Manuel just start for no reason. Okay. And continue on the topic of struggling teams.
So let's move on to the Browns. So actually, you know what? They actually got a. We'll save the Browns because they're waiting on a good note with the Browns.
But yeah, they won this week, so we can't really.
Let's
still,
let's talk about somebody else first.
struggling teams, 2014
NFL.
Yeah. Who will break out?
Jaguars struggling. They started the year
0-5.
with
They're 0-5.
yes.
That's a big deal. I mean, this is what the 4th year in a row they've started off 0-5.
Yes, they started off with Chad Henne, wasn't cutting it obviously, so then they went to Blaine Gabbert, and he was looking like he had a lot of promise. He had a kind of an off game today. I think he had a couple picks, but oh, you know what? That's not my password. Comcast gives us complicated passwords, man.
I need Giovanni Bernard to go off today because he's on my fantasy team.
Same here. I need Gronk to go off. I need Gronk to basically have to throw the ball.
Aaron's team won.
What the hell?
Finally took a blow-up week.
Congrats to Aaron.
Yeah. Niners win. Congrats.
Struggling teams though. Jaguars. What's gonna solve their problems?
The Jags?
Yes.
That's a tough one, man. I mean, it's an organizational issue. It's got to be with something like that, you know?
Definitely is. But
Quarterback, inconsistency from the quarterback position.
But if they got Gabbert, that should solve some of their problems. But now they need to do whatever they can to fill in the gaps around them. You know, because you can't just draft a good quarterback or one good player and expect him to do it all himself. It's not basketball.
You mean Bortles?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bortles
yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
I like the way he looks. You know, like I said, he had a bad game today, but he doesn't have much around him.
Yeah.
You don't want to try against Wilford, that young fella. Look at that belly. He'll eat you for breakfast.
All right, I'm just gonna hop on Bleacher Report and just start commenting on what I'm reading on the top. Oh wait, but you can continue on the struggling team thing, man.
Struggling. What else struggling team?
You want to find the records? The bottom. Who's at the bottom of the league right now, right?
Well, Tampa Bay, some say we're struggling, but I think they're. What kind of throw was that, Andy Dalton? Where were you throwing the ball?
The Jets are 1-4. They got skunked today. First of the year.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm not a Jets fan, but I had their kicker, and he got me 0 points. So how do you not even get in the field goal range? You know? Did Michael Smith, did Michael Vick come into this game at any point in time? No. You know why?
Yeah, no, Michael Vick. Where are you, Michael Vick?
There's never any game breaks for that game because it was so boring. Did you notice that? There was never any game breaks for it.
The Jags are 0-5. We're 0-4. The Browns are 2-2. The Jets are.
Raiders are a very interesting topic of struggling teams because it's the Raiders. It's not just a team struggle; it's an organizational struggle right now.
Yeah, I think last week when we did the vlog, he wasn't even fired yet.
No, he wasn't. But we kind of sensed it was coming.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So they finally did it. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. It took
Props
a little bit.
to you.
It took
Raiders.
a little bit, but it happened. You know. But I think it's definitely from top to bottom. You know, it's got to be a change somewhere in the organization, or else things are just going to keep going the same way they are.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. You know, I don't want to come here and just vent on the Raiders, but
I mean,
yeah, it's obvious. It's an organization.
Give it from a fan's point of view. Give us your take on things, though, because you're obviously a loyal fan. Because to put up with this for that long, it's tough. It's really
absolutely.
tough.
I think from the inside, you definitely think that it's like there's no way that we're gonna be able to turn this around, or there's not. We've tried everything and we've drafted the guys we have supposed to have been drafted, and everything hasn't shaken out. But you know what? It's just gonna it's gonna turn around. You just have to have faith.
It could be worse.
Could be worse. We did find Derek Carr this year. I mean, that's a good thing. Right, Rube?
Like I keep saying, you could be the Browns. You know, the Browns have been losing consistently for over 20 years, like over 25 years. You know, there's a reason
but
why
we can't be thinking about it like that. Like, oh, things could be worse. That's why it's acceptable. You know, it's not acceptable. That's the thing. It's people accept it. Everybody in the Raiders organization is like, oh, we're the Raiders. We're supposed to lose, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, from the organization's perspective, the way they should be looking at it is exactly how you explained it. But from a fan's perspective, you should just look at it like that because look, that's the way you gotta cope with it somehow.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're not doing something off the wall and like, dude, Al Davis is no longer here. Ooh, we got a guest.
Special guest.
Special guest.
No.
Our first
special guest.
Special guest. He likes
Yeah, he just wants to come up here and press buttons and stuff.
He likes to see what we're doing.
No. But I mean, the Raiders will definitely.
I mean,
as long as they make smart decisions,
Today I heard that Mike Holmgren is a candidate,
and that's not a bad look at all.
We're talking about the Raiders over here. You got anything to say about the Raiders?
About the Raiders?
Nothing to say, but I can't wait for that draft next year.
Who you want to take, man?
What pick are the Raiders gonna get in the draft?
Let's see if there's a mock draft already. Let's see online. There's got to be, right?
There's got to be.
2015 mock draft.
2015 mock draft.
NFL mock draft. They have to have the first pick, right?
Yep.
So, they have the Raiders picking first, and guess who they're taking? Marcus Mariota.
They're not taking Marcus Mariota number one.
He's the Kaepernick clone, dude.
They're not taking Marcus Mariota. Why would they do that the year after they take Carr? This is Al Davis is no longer, rest in peace, no longer.
I don't know. That's WalterFootball.com. I don't agree with that.
You don't take the best available anymore. You take the best available for your team. Just because he's the best on the draft, he's number one on the draft board, doesn't mean you have to take him.
They should trade back. I don't know. I mean,
it back for.
This isn't. I mean, the top of the first Bleacher Report, it's got who Matt Miller, NFL draft lead writer, says the Raiders are going to be picking an offensive lineman from Texas A&M.
Makes sense. They need somebody to protect Carr.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they'll take that, but they do need offensive linemen though. They should just take two big ass offensive linemen.
Do what the
I mean,
Niners
if they're
did.
gonna do it, yeah.
Niners when they drafted Anthony Davis and Iupati. Jameis Winston? The Bucks.
Yeah, Jameis Winston to the Bucks. That's what they're saying.
That's not a bad pickup for me.
Tennessee picking Mariota. Mariota's gonna be a bust.
That sounds more like it though. Tennessee
Yeah.
picking up Mariota, you know.
It's got Leonard
Why would the
Williams
Raiders?
from
That
UC.
makes no sense. Whoever Walter Football is,
Yeah.
tripping.
You need to get a new job, Walter.
You know, says that's on website.
All right, let's see who we got. DraftTech.com. Who do they got? Going number one. Leonard Williams from USC. 6'4", 290 out of USC. Defensive lineman. Defensive end. He's the top prospect.
Yeah, exactly.
On silverblackpride.com, the crazy early 2015 2-round mock draft. Let's see. Dude, it has to be a receiver. I think they should pick their best receiver on the board. They have to.
Either that or offensive lineman.
Receiver. They need
I
a
go
receiver.
offensive lineman first. Because if at least you get an offensive lineman, you give him a better chance to work with the receivers
Amari
he has,
Cooper
right?
is a good pick.
Right?
What?
If you give him a good
Yeah.
offensive line, he has a better chance to work with the receivers he has.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. How does this keep happening?
So they've got on here on the silverandblackpride.com, they've got Amari Cooper from Alabama or Melvin Gordon from Wisconsin in the first round. Running back and a wide receiver and a running back. I agree with the position pick. They need talent. I think we were talking about this earlier. I mean, they have nobody on the offensive side of the ball that can really make people miss, or create any kind of game-changing plays.
In the words of our good friend Tochi, they need somebody with some jokies.
Yeah. I mean, these guys just run into contact all day. So, I mean, they needed to change the coach. They're going to do that. I don't care who it is. I support it. I just trust whatever they're going
Sperano's
to do.
taking over for the time being, right?
Yeah, Sperano's going to be there. Ooh. This might be sloppy. Alright, man,
Okay, let's talk about the Browns.
Yeah.
I don't
Let's
want
talk about no more, beating the dead horse.
Yeah.
You know?
We know the Raiders got some problems. Let's go, Gronk.
Ooh.
Wait.
What's going on over here? Let's see this. Gronk making a play.
We still believe in Brady.
Hey, so we gotta. I mean, we're you know what we're forgetting to talk about? I think that's a big deal. Is the Giants?
The New York Giants?
No,
Oh,
the Giants.
Oh, the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, the San
Sorry.
Francisco Giants.
Yes.
I mean, I think we've talked a lot of football, so
Let's take a
right?
break and talk about the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants.
How,
we're in the middle of a playoff race.
What was this guy over there?
Stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Should we just film him? Stand in.
Sorry. That's usually his time out for me.
Trying to talk. Yeah.
Giants. 18-inning game last night.
18 innings. Let's leave the box score. The Giants, Nationals.
Brandon Belt hit home run at the top of the 18 to go ahead 2-1.
Here, look at the box score.
It's pretty much a pitching duel the whole night. It was 1-0 all the way up until I think the 8th inning.
So they played an 18-inning game. How many people pitched? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 guys pitched. Hudson, Machi, Lopez, Romo, Athel, Casilla, Petit, Strickland.
That's right, Strickland.
Petit went 6 innings
Yes.
with 7 strikeouts and 1 hit. I mean, out
Two
of
walks,
nowhere,
one
straight up, out of nowhere. He's like, just.
Brady?
What happened? Oh, they scored?
Yeah.
What happened? We missed it.
I don't know. Just stupid.
How'd they score?
Who scored?
Yeah. How'd they score?
It was to the other tight end, 81. I don't know who it was.
Nobody eats on that touchdown. Boo.
Nobody.
Alright.
Starving over here, man. Peyton Manning screwed me this week.
Yeah. That's
Thanks
crazy.
a lot, Julius. Appreciate it. Get you so many touchdowns.
Gary Brown came into the game and struck out. That's an interesting side note.
Thanks a lot, Demarius. Get you so many touchdowns. Shitting on everybody today.
Demarius, what did he go off? 200 yards or something?
226 and 2 touchdowns.
That's going
ridiculous.
off. OFF off.
That's ridiculous. We saved you, Warren. We saved you.
You're welcome, bro. Dude,
Yeah,
I can't believe this. The Giants, they won. These guys had 7 at. Sandoval had 7 at bats.
Who got the hit? In,
He went what, 1 for 7. Blanco went 0 for 6, and they won this game. Their leadoff hitter went 0 for
I'm
6.
telling you, it's just a pitching duel, dude.
Yeah.
I knew when I was listening to the game on the way to my
Hudson
grandma's.
only gave up 1 run, dude, in 7.
That's what I'm saying. He had to be
7
mad.
innings, 8
He had
strikeouts.
to be mad.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you guys can't give me a couple of runs. I only gave up 1. You can't get me 2.
This Strickland dude is a beast.
Man,
He's a
he can
beast.
throw
He's
the
a
ball,
come up.
dude.
They got lucky.
It's like, dude, just throw it as hard as you can.
Just come turn.
Just throw it as hard as you can. He's another homegrown player, right?
Another homegrown guy. Right here, I'm
See,
looking at
everybody
his
talking shit
stats.
about the Giants farm system, man. Giants.
Dude, all we do is get guys from the farm system. That's all we do. Except for Hunter Pence.
Just let everybody talk, and then once they're ready, then they come up and play. Like, look at Panic.
Yeah. Posey was 3 for 6 last night. I mean, that's pretty good. Pence had
Look at Belt.
2 hits.
Belt hit the game-winning home run.
Yeah.
All
Belt.
from a Giants farm system.
Oh, he had a home run?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
home run at the top of the 18th, dude.
Let's go. I'm not even gonna get started on Brandon Belt. Alright, so apparently
There's some technical difficulties with this game. We gotta refresh like every 5
we're running out of
seconds.
time for episode 2. That's it, dude. Already.
No, just keep it going.
We're gonna cut it and run it next. Just cut it here.
And we're,
Right,
we're
yeah.
running, keep running it.
Yeah. We'll be back. Alright. I'm gonna show you guys the setup. We've got here the we got the game on. And the Patriots are up. Andy Dalton, aka the Pumpkin Spice Latte. You know what I'm saying? The Pumpkin Spice Latte.
Is that what you wanted?
We got 2 guests up in here too. Say hi, Rue. E. Yeah. You know, there you go.
I can't. I can't work the mouse.
All right, but okay, yeah. So peace out, Giants. Good job. We're up 2-0. We're coming home. We got bum setting it up.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's touch on one more. I just want to mention one more thing about baseball. What about Kershaw?
Kershaw giving up 8 runs. And the Dodgers just. I don't know.
Maybe
I mean,
we're just biased because
you
we're
can't.
Giants fans, but
Yeah. I just hate the Dodgers. Sorry, LA guys. But I don't know. It's just you can't buy championships.
you can't buy
You
championships.
can't buy championships. That's all it is.
You're not the Yankees. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's all it is. It's nothing to do with that. Kershaw's a beast though, but he's tripping off scoring off, giving up 8 runs. What you eating, dude? Cheese?
String cheese.
Cheese?
His favorite. Oh, let's go.
Gronk? Just trucking it, dude.
Just pumping people.
Gronk sound.
There you go. He's such a
This week was an interesting week in football, man. There was this time
so
where
many close
so
games.
many close games back to back to back in the morning.
Look up the scoreboard real fast.
Scoreboard. All right, you got it.
Let's see what.
Some commentary. A little wrap up. A little rapidy rap.
A little wrap up. So Thursday night, Green Bay, Minnesota.
Green
Wasn't much of a
Bay
game.
versus Minnesota. 42 Packers, 10 Vikings.
Bridgewater was
All right.
hurt, so he did not play
Packers
in
at
this game.
home.
Not
Who
much to
started?
say.
Who started for them?
The usuals: Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb.
This was the Thursday
Yeah,
night game, right?
Yes, this was the Thursday night.
Thursday night game, and then this is Chicago versus Carolina. That was an early morning game, right? Today,
Yeah.
31-24.
Bears were up
Carolina.
pretty much the whole game.
In Carolina.
And then they only scored 3 points in the second half, and Carolina came back and won.
Yep. Cutler ended up with 289 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cam, 255 with 2 leading rushers in the game. Forte with 61 yards, 17 carries. For Carolina, Reeves and Agbayana. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And leading receiving, Forte with 12 receptions and 105 yards.
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about, man. My man.
Forte.
40 water going off. Jeffrey had 97 yards and a touchdown. Greg Olsen had 2 touchdowns. All right, we back.
We're back.
What happened?
All right, yeah. So the Panthers won late in the game, 31-24. That was Cutler got sacked, fumbled the ball at the end of the game. Let's go to Houston and Dallas. Dallas won 20-17 in Dallas. That's another close game. In overtime. Buffalo over Detroit,
I don't like it, so.
like we touched on earlier. Indy and Baltimore. Indiana up 120-13 at home. Pittsburgh on the road in Jacksonville again. You know, terrible situation there.
We talked about Jacksonville.
Yeah, New Orleans over Tampa Bay 37-31 in overtime.
Tampa Bay competes, man. They compete every year, every game.
Yep.
Hey, buddy,
You gotta give them
no.
credit.
I mean, you gotta give what Lovey is over that out there.
Yeah.
You gotta give him some credit. So
And when he
Good
was
job.
getting shellacked by
Levy.
the Falcons on that.
yeah, that was a little unfair. Come on, man.
I
One
felt
game.
bad for him.
One game. All right, let's keep moving. The Giants over the Falcons 30-20.
Were you good
Giants
with
at
work?
home. Giants get back-to-back wins. Starting to turn the thing around. Let's see. That's actually an interesting game. A lot of people were probably picking Atlanta in that game. You know,
Yeah?
St. Louis losing to Philadelphia 34-28. Philadelphia at home. Good win over there for Philadelphia. They're advancing. What, they're 3-1, 4-1 now?
Yeah.
4-1. That Chip Kelly magic continues to be true. Cleveland over Tennessee.
I think they're getting lucky, honestly.
Cleveland?
Philly?
Yeah, I mean, they just know how to use what they got, man. They all they got. We got. That's
Very true.
you know, Denver over Arizona 41-20 in Denver. That's a good win for them over there. A lot of people eating on that one. Demarius, we talked about that. You know,
Beast.
San Diego skunked the Jets 31-20 at home. And then San Francisco over Kansas City 22-17. Good win for the Niners. Good ball control game. Not letting Alex come into their house and just take their cookies.
I know.
So, good job for the Niners. And yeah, we got New England middle of the second quarter. So that's a good wrap up, I think.
We still got some more on there.
Yeah.
We got Kansas City, San Francisco.
Yeah, Kansas City, San Francisco, yeah. And then we get the last game of the week, Monday night game, Seattle versus Washington. Interesting game. I guess since we're filming this at the end of Sunday, we'll just guess for that game. I'm gonna go with Seattle because I've got all these Seattle players on my fantasy team because I'm in a league full of Niner fans that won't pick.
All we're going to say is Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Marshawn Lynch.
All I got to say about that one.
That's a soccer ball. That's a ball in the basketball.
Anything else you wanted to touch on for the week? Anything you wanted to get off your chest? Maybe something interesting you read somewhere this week?
I've been, this whole chatter about Harbaugh.
Yeah, it's okay.
What do you...
What's my standpoint on it?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's a little... It's unjustified a little bit, I think. A little bit unjustified from my standpoint because, hey, he's got the track record. The players they play hard for the guy. It's not like he hasn't produced. I think a little bit of finger pointing going on over there.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's
This guy, somebody wants to take the blame on the loss. Somebody's got to be blamed. Was it Kaepernick's fault? Was it Harbaugh's fault? Should they be running the ball? Obviously, they're back to it. So
I think the proof is in the pudding. You look at the play on the field. Yeah, they underperformed for 2 games, but it wasn't. I don't think it was a rebellion against the coach. The rebellion against the coach is the whole team quits. And you can visibly see it on the field, but no matter what, the defense is always playing like the defense is. You know, they play.
I mean, they play a good style of defense. They're not going to give up a ton of points. They're not going to do it with the way the pace at the pace that they play with that many runs at how many plays that they run in a game. If they can not break, they bend to not break. They're going to give up like 20 points a game, and all they have to do is score more than 20.
And to quote Harbaugh, it's a bunch of gobble gobble turkey.
I agree.
It's nothing. It's just a lot about nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dion has talked to somebody in the locker room. I'm pretty sure Trent Dilfer has talked to the same person or talked to Deion Sanders about who he's talked to about in the locker room. But one person doesn't represent the vast majority of what's going on. And if the main voices in the locker room are standing up for him and saying, no, there's nothing going on. We support our coach. We love our coach. We're going to ride for him. He's going to do it. And Jim Harbaugh is the type of guy who's going to ride for his players, Case in point, right now, Ray McDonald, he hasn't been charged for nothing, so he's saying we're standing behind him until we...
They're running with him.
Exactly. And if he was a bad guy and he didn't like his players didn't like him, he didn't like his players, then he would have been said, no, let's cut this guy. Let's get him out of here. And we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but... It just goes to show that he's going to do whatever he has to do to show his players, look, we're going to back you no matter what.
Yeah.
And as Jed George said today, they're trying to win a Super Bowl, not a popularity contest. And that's the best way to describe it.
Let him do his job.
Exactly.
That's his job, to control what's going on inside the team. So let him do his job. Don't try to butt in.
3 straight NFC championships.
They're going to the playoffs every year.
3 straight NFC championships.
It's not that big of a deal, Seriously.
Who was the coach before this? Mike Singletary. Where were we going?
It's just, what it comes down to? It's a lot of pressure to perform. That's what it is.
Yep.
I mean, that's the same shit that's going on in Warriors country. Same shit that's going on in Warriors country. Mark Jackson got fired because even though they went to the playoffs, they didn't get further than they did last time. which isn't progress. So there you go.
That
Browns
was
to be
and
fired.
now and that has to go in a similar thing that the Niners are going through, a personality
Yeah.
issue.
So the Niners. I mean, what do you want to do? Are you gonna crucify the guy for not getting you to the Super Bowl and winning it all, or are you gonna let him do his job and trust him? I think it's got to be one from. You know, I'm sure I don't know as much football as Jim Harbaugh knows and all that stuff. So
But exactly. But you
know,
know,
like,
you know
trust
enough.
the guy.
You know enough
He's
to
the
know
guy,
that
he's the head coach.
Yeah. He's
He
got
knows what's
his,
going on.
The proof is in the pudding, man.
Yeah,
It speaks for
he's
itself.
got
The team
results.
plays hard for him.
He's got a resume, man. He took a team that was like mediocre at best, 8-8 Niners when he took over, and made them an elite team.
Exactly.
So, if you're gonna complain about what's going on with the team, when obviously the results are still good on the field, it's unjustified. You're just causing drama.
And I want to stop these reports of him going to Michigan right now. If he goes to Michigan, then he goes to Michigan. But I don't think it's going to happen.
They were talking about him going to the Raiders on 95.7 The Game, which is ridiculous. It's like absurd.
People always
Like,
want to throw his name.
yeah,
in there.
everybody
Ever
wants
since
to
he's
just-
been on the Niners, people have thrown his name in the coaching
he's the
hall.
reason why they have like Bay Area football is good again.
Exactly.
You know,
He's
and
not
that's
going
coming
to
from a
the
Raiders fan. That's because he brought the Cardinals back. You know what I mean?
Yep. He made everybody be competitive in the division.
Yeah,
He stepped it up.
He stepped up. He set the standard. He was like, I'm gonna run the ball and make now you guys gotta adjust to this. So I mean, then he comes to the Niners and he takes them to the playoffs. And there you go. I mean, what more can the guy do?
The same team that Mike
What more
Singletary
can the guy do for you?
There's no
So
knock on Mike Singletary. He wasn't good as a head coach.
good organizations don't criticize their head coaches
Yeah.
in losing seasons.
Exactly.
They understand that sometimes the talent isn't there.
Sometimes shit
You know,
happens.
look at the Giants last year. They were 20 games under 500 or something, right?
Yep.
Did anybody say anything about Bruce Bochy? No.
Because he won 2 World Series.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing about him.
To go see where I get off at.
The guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to be like a winning team,
Or are you gonna answer
you
the
gotta
phone
stand
and
by your
text me
dude.
back? Because I've been texting you all week long.
There you go. That's what. Yeah. It's good.
And then
Is there anything else? Let's
No.
see. I think I'm good too.
That's about it. It's a good
this
week.
schedule was never, she was saying.
Oh, I think yeah.
Good week.
Good week. Week 2. It's a good one.